Africa. My name is Balisa Dembe and welcome to Afternoon Express on this Fashion Express Thursdays where we celebrate all things music, creativity, fashion. I can't wait to give you nothing but the best. So Thursday has to be one of my favorite days of the week because we get a chance to preview the freshest fashion trends on the market right now. And today on the show we have fashion retail entrepreneurs Papa and Hetty Bochi Yadom, the co-founders of P&H Boutique. Now I'm super excited to see how they've evolved since the last time that they were on the show. And of course, they'll be showcasing their latest collections. We also chat to the Old Mutual head of brand, Ms. Tobile Shabalala, about the importance of empowering an entire generation of emerging artists at the new AMP Studios. Head over to our social media platforms and tell us what is the worst financial advice you've ever received. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. Now, Say Africa is the 7th studio album by musician Dr. Vusi Mahlasela. It is also one of the song titles of his latest album, and he's performed it at the opening of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Before we chat to him, let's have a look at one of his mesmerizing performances.
The Suntan swimming pools and the Soweto sharks, airports and railway stations, stranded with a rockback and guitar. The languages and the places change, and the sky has different stars. I may be walking in the streets of a city called London, but the dust on my boots and the rhythm of my feet and my heartbeat say Africa. I may be walking in the streets of a city called Amsterdam, but the dust on my boots and the rhythm of my feet and my heartbeat say Africa. Say Africa, say Africa, say Africa, say Africa, say Africa.
Say Africa indeed. I feel so privileged to be sitting here with you. Now, Nobel laureate and celebrated author Nadine Gordimer once said, Vusi's voice is as a bird does, living in total response to being alive. He truly is a national treasure. So today, multi-award-winning musician Vusi the Voice Mahlasela joins us in studio to tell us about his integral role that he's played at the innovative Old Mutual AMP Studios nestled in the heart of Johannesburg's New Town Junction. Now, if you have any questions for Dr. Vusi Mahlasela, connect with us online and remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. I am having an out-of-body experience here in the show because I have been waiting for an opportunity to pick your brain not only on the work that you've done, but where you find yourself today. Welcome to The Loft.
Thank you very pleased, and thanks to Nadine as well.
Yes.
And it's really great to be here.
Absolutely beautiful words. Now, Dr. Vusi, you have started in 1992 with your first album, and since then you've now created 7. I mean, in the South African industry, that is a huge landmark. And I want to find out from you, how did you ensure longevity within your career?
Well, it is more to sort of like really chase the understanding. What is really one is about as one has been sort of like really being into this career. And the work that I've sort of like really created, it gave me the pleasurable human feeling when I find that people appreciate what I've done. And that it's something that, you know, I really to do more. So, yeah, you don't know when you write a song where it will sort of like really go.
Yes.
And then you don't do it for the sake of saying that, no, I want to make a hit. Otherwise, you have to be like a really good songwriter to sort of like really make songs like you're building cake, you're baking cakes in some way.
Absolutely.
But I think songs are very special. You know, some of these other things, they come to you, but you'll never know where it will take. So, but I think one happened to be sort of like really finding himself composing and then writing most of the time.
Absolutely. And one of the songs that I think resonates not only in South Africa but globally is When You Come Back. I mean, we saw the song being used in the UK for the South African World Cup.
World Cup, yes.
Absolutely. So what do you think separates artists for those that make it, those that have staying power, to those that just simply don't?
Well, it is more to have as I said, chase the understanding,
yes.
but you need to come in some way trying to get education about what you are coming in also. It's also business. And then how do you go about, is it going to be sustainable, in future? If you sort of like really make it this year or you make a hit, is it going to stay like that all the time?
Absolutely.
It is not. So you have to be a bit more brutal, but I think you have to find the people who've got the know-how so that to help, especially to teach about it, the financial, aspect and marketing of it. Because some of us, we sold our soul a little bit because we came into this thing not knowing what was really happening, business. Because at first, my entry point was more as an activist and purposely driven by doing what I was doing, you see. And then from there, as it goes on, it becomes more business. And you didn't want to know about publishing, about signing contracts and all that. And then find out, okay, there's someone who comes with a contract, he's got money, but you don't have money. But you have to understand. Yeah, you have to understand, and you have to have somebody next to you who will help you to understand that contract and sign, because it's something which is for keeps.
Absolutely.
And whereby we've made a very serious, mistakes whereby some of our work, are owned by record companies, whereas, it has to be something that... So as I'm sort of like really, involved with Old Mutual, we are here sort of to help, to create that connectivity so that it should be a platform for networking and also for helping about the financial aspect about this business. So that the ones who are coming after us, they should understand the value of money.
Yes.
And when you come into this, what does it mean?
I want to delve deeper into the financial aspect, the contracts and the business of the music industry after the break, when uThobile Shabalala does join us from Old Mutual. But leaning more on the music side, you have toured the world and you've had the opportunity to share a stage with artists like Josh Groban, Sting, only to name a few. What advice do you have for emerging artists? Doesn't matter the genre or the space that they find themselves in. Do you have any words of encouragement to them?
Well, stay focused, and you have to really be passionate about what you are doing. Be there when you're supposed to be there. Okay, but I think your art, your work also must represent you, in a way that you really think that you are doing the best out of it.
Absolutely.
And I think by saying that, I think you need to have people who've got the know-how who can help you, like for instance, to have a manager and all that. But I think the work will find some way, your work will find a way in some way that we have to work with in terms of collaboration and all that. You don't just do that for yourself. These people who like what they see in you, what you say, and what you have to offer. Yeah. And if they like that, they'll say, here is somebody that I can do something with.
And then they buy into it.
They buy into it. And then, it depends, who you are. The type of material that you sort of like really bring out, the subject matter that you sing about, but also you as a person, how do you carry yourself forth?
Absolutely. It just sounds like your team is everything as much as the talent is also key and pivotal. So we've asked you on our social media platforms if you've got any questions for Dr. Vusi Mahlasela. We've got Tato here on Facebook who says, is there any significance in the song Tonkana? And were you going through a specific loss in that moment? And what is your take on being true to yourself in a world of digital dominance, characterized by influences from all over the world?
Well, The song Tonkana, that song is a classic, you know, written in Sesotho, but I used pictures there and the story, you know. It's about a shepherd who is really very educated.
Yeah.
He didn't go to school, but he was very educated and he was very much versed with the law of the jungle. You know, he could imitate birds, lions, cats, everything, whatever. And then he knows more about life and everything. So he was that kind of a shepherd whereby even when he's taking care of cattle and sheep,
Yes.
he had an instrument that he will play with one string. And if there are wild animals attacking this side, he will play this, you know, in a very different way. And the sheep and the cattle, they will know
Almost
that
like a symphony.
Yes, there's the danger coming this side, and they will run to the sound. And when he wants them to go and drink water at the river, he will play it differently, you know, and then they will understand it's time to go down to the river to drink water.
Beautiful.
But politically, Tonkana as well, it's more, I wanted to bring that education about, you know, because he was a great shepherd, very intelligent and all that, but he knows how to like really step, you know,
Yes.
in a very nice pace, you know, at the right time of doing things. So I'm saying here in the song Tonkana, politically, we need to have leaders who are more like shepherds,
Wow.
who will be able to protect us from drugs coming into the country, you know, and then also viably to really protect us to make, you know, so that the country should see prosperity,
Yes.
you know, in many different ways, and embrace all other leaders to understand that goal.
What a beautiful metaphor, using music, using nature, using things that are indigenous to South Africa for a global message. Absolutely beautiful.
We've
The
been
genius.
there. We've been there. And that's what Sianusi and Tate Don Matera also wrote a poem about him, that we've been there before. So, and then we still have to pick up, you know, to show, you know, that, you know, we can make things happen, take a recourse of like really teaching the young ones that it's very much important that you go real to understand about money, and what is the value of it,
Absolutely.
how to
Basically,
use it, and so on.
I understand you saying we have to take responsibility and not shy away with anything and anything.
Very much
You're
so.
with us, though, throughout the show, so definitely get comfortable because we're going to be picking your brain later on as well.
Thank you very please.
This newly established empowering platform for talent provides a great opportunity to learn from legendary artists like Dr. Vusi Mahlasela. We will eagerly be following how the Old Mutual and studios bring out the greatness of the next generation of money-savvy stars, and we'll be sharing it with you right here on Afternoon Express. So we chat to Old Mutual Head of Brand, Ms. Thobile Shabalala, alongside Dr. Vusi Mahlasela after the break. Do not move a muscle.
Become an investor with every swipe with the Old Mutual Money account.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, any artist who wishes to fulfill their dreams of not only being successful, but also creating financially secure career in the music industry needs to understand the power of saving. Now, Old Mutual Amped Icon mentors, Dr. Vusi Shabalala and Jay Something Mahlasela, Dr. Vusi Mahlasela, slip of the tongue, and Jay Something, take the stage on the 30th of July to share their Amped Icon Hero Conversations. Dr. Vusi Mahlasela with us today, alongside Old Mutual's head of brand, Ms. Thobile Shabalala, to share how this conversation can empower an entire generation of emerging artists. Welcome back to the couch. Now, as we delve deeper into the importance of the Amped Icon sessions and the hub that you've created in Newtown, how have you successfully been able to ensure that those that are visiting this cultural hub get more than just a cultural experience, but get that financial guidance, the practical tools that they need?
I think in the first place, the icon conversations themselves empower a lot to people who are actually aspiring to make a success of their passion points. So just having been there, listening to the conversations, people generally just absorb so much more. Secondly, what we also do, we actually provide access to some of the financial products that we provide as Old Mutual right there in that environment. So we actually make it easy for people to understand how we can deliver and really partner with them to deliver this financial prosperity that they're looking for.
That's so beautiful. I mean, Dr. Vusi, I'm sure back in your day, you wished and craved to have a platform such as this. How do you think the trajectory of your life or your financial decisions might have changed had you had mentors like yourself to back you?
Well, I think we are lucky right now that it is not too late. Here it has come. But it was really difficult from us when we started, as I've explained about our entry point where we started, and we didn't know what was really happening business-wise, you know. And then we had to sell our soul in some way. But to be able to sort of like really understand along the way that you started in the wrong footing.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't blame myself that much because we didn't know. But if we didn't have to go that route, whatever, we wouldn't have sort of like really come into the crunch with that kind of awareness. So it's very, 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 very vital and important for the young ones to really understand that when they come into this, it is not about red carpets, about, you know, cars and everything and all that. They have to understand that they are coming into something that they must like really hold, but also learn how to save money, you know, how to invest, and then whom around them can they trust to advise them, you know. And then they also have to like really undergo some of those things of workshops where it's given sometimes like Bomushito and everything, where they're talking about music, publishing and things like that, whatever. It's very, very, very important, and they must like really be brutal too when it comes to money. So I came to sort of like really save my money, you know, at the time whereby I was like, wow, if I have known there, somehow I could have. But, well, one will understand, you know, because of the kind of an artist that I am.
Yes.
As I'm not that kind of artist who was like a hit maker and all that. It is purposely driven, you know, the talent that I have and all that.
Yes.
So it was more also, again, to heal and to give and whatever, but
you
in
always
some
had
way
to
it became
remember
business.
you
know?
had to remember your why and why you're creating the music. I think you always need to go back to that. Thobile, it seems like there's so much to look forward to if people can go out there and just experience the hub, join the hero conversations and continue the conversation even on their online platforms. As a brand, as Old Mutual, how important is that to you?
It's actually very important. One of the things that we are passionate about as a brand is financial education. We have extensive programs that we offer to all people of all sorts. We also have digital tools
Yes.
that people can actually go and utilize online. We've got Old Mutual University, we've got 22/7, which is a great platform for us, for people to actually go and learn how to budget and manage their finances. We also have solutions that make it easy for people to save. I mean, the Old Mutual Money Account is a classic example.
I need to find out more about this money account.
Yeah, it's exciting because all it is, it's a transactional bank account. You set a limit in terms of every time you transact or you swipe, what is the percentage of that spend that you want to save?
Yes.
So I can decide for every 100 Rand, I want to save 5%, 10%, 20%.
Wow.
So it's easy, it's effortless, you know, and it's all digitally enabled. So we as Old Mutual see the greatness in actually creating this platform for people to come and harness their passions, but at the
Wow.
same time, be educated and be financially empowered to take this forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dr. Vusi, you are gearing up to have your hero conversation with Jay Something. For some viewers out there that are unable to make it all the way to Johannesburg, can you give us some tips and tricks, a little advice that you're going to be sharing on the day?
Well, I think this is a great platform to sort of like really embrace that networking for all those who will be coming to understand about the financial, you know, education, our failures that we sort of like really, you know, experience, and then also where we are, and then about how to take a recourse of trying to balance that, you know, into the present so that they should not do the same mistakes that they've done. But also
Beautiful.
to encourage them, you know, that if you become a brand, how to protect that, how to like really, you know, invest, you know, your pennies into the right place, you know, so that you know what is really happening in the business world. But it doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to stay like that, that if we have a chunk of money that you've sort of like collected royalties or you sell the after 3 months or after 6 months, it's going to be like that. You know, you have to have the side of the longevity. What's the word?
Longevity, yes.
That word, longevity,
Yes.
of like really seeing to it that your money grows in some way. And I think we're going to be having fun, you know, with Jay.
Oh, yes.
Very, very nice, you know, artist that I really love, because he also had to start somewhere. And then he has also experienced his failures and all that. But I think throughout what we've gone through and all that, we'll be giving that insight, you know, just to encourage, you know, and then give the whole view of how to like really go through into this business.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to that hero conversation. I mean, I've had the privilege of visiting the AMP studios. I've been a part of these hero conversations. I'm moved. It's not only for people in the music industry, but I think any and everyone, if you've got the time and the opportunity, head over to Newtown Junction and get served some wisdom. Now, we have no doubt that the music stars of today are set to uplift, guide, and mentor the rising stars of tomorrow through the Old Mutual AMP Icon Studio Hub. Now, if you'd love to be a part of the AMP Studios or even to be a part of the historic event on Tuesday, join the conversation on Old Mutual's Facebook page, #AMP Studios, or send your name to the AMP Studios WhatsApp line on 081 707 6636.
Become an investor with every swipe with the Old Mutual Money Account.
Now, you might be familiar with your TV being the center of your home, but what if your television is the center of your connected world? LG C9 OLED TVs include not only LG's latest ThinQ AI technology, but also supports Google Assist and Alexa. That means that you not only have the latest display technology to watch your favorite feature films or series on, but you are directly connected to the web through the power of your own voice. You even have to ask your LG C9 OLED TV questions, request the latest music or television content to play, hear news, check the weather, and so much more. Just check this out.
Switch to Discover China.
Shall we bring our jackets?
Do Do I need a jacket next week in Beijing?
Here's the forecast for Beijing.
No jackets required, love.
What's even better is that the C9 can even use AI to optimize both its picture and sound. Available in 3 different sizes, the LG C9 is the world's most intelligent TV.
The wonder of LG OLED TV with new intelligence. LG OLED TV.
I mean, anyone want to buy me that TV? No? No, maybe? Okay, I'll just get it for myself then. Chef Phumla prepares a delicious, most delicious jalapeno skillet cornbread after the break. Sounds delicious. See you after the break. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Discover the world's finest flavors with Turkish Airlines. This incredible airline offers passengers an unequaled flight experience, combining Turkish hospitality with the most exquisite tastes of the world and Turkish cuisine prepared by their flying chefs. Always wanting to bring their customers something different, Turkish Airlines is offering a unique promotion which will allow you to experience the incredible in-flight experiences and an array of mind-blowing destinations from the beautiful city of Istanbul to sunny Barcelona between the 1st of September and 13th of November from the low price of 7,400 Rand. To claim this amazing offer, speak to your travel agent or Turkish Airlines before the 31st of July. And don't forget to ask them about their free stopover in Istanbul that would allow you to experience 2 destinations for the price of 1. Widen your world with Turkish Airlines, and remember, T's and C's apply.
Shake off the winter blues by planning your next trip with Turkish Airlines now. Book for travel between the 1st of September and the 30th of November and enjoy our special fares from 7,400 Rand to destinations like Barcelona, Rome, Athens, Zagreb, and even Istanbul. Speak to your travel agent or Turkish Airlines before the 31st of July about these incredible specials. And remember to ask about the free Istanbul stopover that allows you to experience 2 destinations for the price of 1. Turkish Airlines, widen your world. T's and C's apply.
Leading South Africa decor brand Valence is celebrating 20 years in South Africa this month. And to tell us more about how they plan to celebrate the brand is the brand's founder, visionary and CEO, Chris Valence. First of all, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
20 years is such an incredible feat. What have you been up to the past 2 decades?
Can you see a couple of grey hairs?
No one minds a little salt and pepper, don't worry.
It's been an incredible journey from starting the business from scratch and really building up into 12 stores now. And, you know, for me, it all starts with the customer experience.
Yeah.
And from day one, everyone loved the concept, everyone loved the experience, and that's why we've been able to expand and still be strong in the market right now. Going through good times, bad times, what's kind of been growing, pushing forward.
Chris, how does the brand remain so authentic? A lot of people might believe that it's inaccessible.
I mean, for us, it's to be real. That's our essence of a brand, real, authentic. And we have our core values that we stand by. That's right from the beginning when we started the business. What great value, quality, sustainability, great design. And it's a total experience for me, for the consumer. And there's lots of product for someone starting with their first home. And I think a lot of people don't really appreciate or maybe don't understand that.
I mean, for me, it was definitely an aspirational brand. I mean, I can't imagine furnishing my digs in Varsity and then going into my first home and then, of course, my forever home. And you can use the same brand throughout every transition of life.
Totally, and you can create different looks and, you know, starting with this one piece of the Valence brand, you know, building onto that. And we produce, a lot of our content is locally made, which also makes a big difference in getting the right qualities, turnaround times, great value.
The pushing forward, I think, is what attracts your customers and keeps them coming back because you kind of set the tone. The home is your sanctuary, your peace. And you've decided not only to celebrate your 20 years alone, but you've invited the customer along to the party. In which way are you planning to do that?
So, I mean, we're all about iconic design. Design is kind of the foremost of what we do and everything what we do, not just product, but the way we operate. And so we decided to turn back the clock and look at our iconic designs, which we started with the Marconi sofa, which we launched in 2004. And we offered it at the same price that we launched in 2004, which was amazing success. And it just shows again the timeless design, how important that is. That in 2004 it was a great product. 2019 is still beautiful.
Absolutely.
And so that was the first campaign that we did. And we're going to celebrate for the rest of the year. And we did it now with offering another iconic design, which is our Spatty bed.
I want to get into that Spatty bed. What exactly is the Spatty bed? And we keep using the word iconic. It's an iconic bed for an iconic brand. How great is this bed and why is it important for all of us to go out there and get a Spatty?
Again, for us it's iconic because it's a timeless design.
Yeah.
The clean lines, it's beautiful. It's made, the craftsmanship, the type of materials that we use, the finish of it. So it's in fashion now. It will be around in 10 years and 20 years. It's a great product.
Absolutely. And I like the way that you've offered this, especially with the couch that you spoke of.
Yeah.
100 Rand back then is not the same as 100 Rand now. So offering it for the same price, I mean, mind-blowing stuff. Going further into the celebrations, you've decided to open up a competition. What's this competition and how is it run?
So what we decided is the last weekend of July, anyone who purchases a Spatty bed and whatever else they like to purchase, the bed linen, the lights, whatever they want, they have a chance to win back the purchase, i.e. they'll get the money back.
I.e. it's free.
It's free, yes.
Wow. That is incredible. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I definitely want to enter myself. So it's that easy. You go into a branch and you just make this purchase of a Spatty bed, specifically the Spatty bed, and you could possibly get the entire purchase refunded.
100%.
Oh, I can't think of a better way to celebrate. Thank you so much, Chris, and indeed, happy birthday once again. Now, from one store in Cape Town to 12 nationwide, Valence has proven that it is a brand that is truly timeless. And if you're feeling as inspired as I am to redecorate your home, then head over to Valence to take advantage of their amazing promotions that they're running throughout the year. And remember, if you purchase the Spatty bed during this last weekend of July, then you can have a full purchase refunded. We're all about the easy peasy and best of all cheesy dinners that take just minutes to make. Our cheese and jalapeno skillet cornbread is no exception and is guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe. SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Chef Phumla, you've promised me that this can be ready in minutes.
Oh yes, this is a on-the-go bread. So for this recipe, we have polenta. Cake flour.
Okay.
You can use bread flour if that's all you have. Baking powder.
Yes.
Hold on to that, Bali.
I can already smell the jalapenos
Yes,
coming through.
because I want to make this bread. Now, this is mustard powder.
Okay.
We've used 2 types of Clover cheeses. So we've got Tassos here.
Nice.
And we've got the cheddar here.
Bringing the creaminess and the gooiness that we need in this bread.
So the salt, definitely. We can't skip that.
Okay.
So this is a combination of salt and pepper.
Okay, let me put a little bit of squish in there for taste. So you've promised me that there's no kneading in this bread. It's super simple.
Yes, ma'am.
Super quick to make.
Yes, ma'am. So we've got some jalapenos because we want a bit of kick to
bit
the
of
bread.
zang.
Yes. And for freshness, we've got spring onions.
Delicious.
So this is a great recipe, you know. Maybe you want to make a braai, for example. You can serve with this recipe. With a bowl of soup in winter, this recipe, just play around with the Clover cheeses. So if you want, for example, you can also take a route where you use softer cheeses like the Clover feta,
Oh, the
sun-dried
feta cheeses.
tomatoes, great flavors together.
So basically, whatever you have at home, you can add and play with the recipe the best way you know how.
Oh, yes. So we're going to create a well in the center.
Oh, okay.
And to that, we're going to now whisk our wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, we've got eggs.
Eggs.
We've got oil.
Nice.
And the magic, the Clover Amasi Otando.
Look, this Clover Amasi Otando seems to be the #1. You know, it's stirring in a movie. The stirring that never dies. I mean, this is good for baking and cooking. Whatever you want, it's there for you.
And in my recipes, it just keeps coming back and back. So,
I understand why.
So you're going to fold or
Okay.
you're going to mix while I pour.
Let's go.
So what you want is a nice and lumpy kind of, you know,
Consistency.
butter. So we're going to bake that in a skillet.
Yes.
Once we've added our corn. So we've used whole corn kernels.
Ooh.
So let's put the whole thing.
I think that this recipe
'Cause I
would
like
be
the texture.
Yeah, bo. This recipe would be incredible for athletes, people that need that the carb loading.
Oh, yes, from the corn and from the flour.
And from the flour.
It's very wholesome as well. So this we tip into a skillet. This is a sprayed skillet.
Yeah, let me
So
do
we're
that.
going to bake that for about 25 to 30 minutes.
This is heavy, Chef Phumla. You're making me work here.
I'm sorry, but I'm still here to help. So, okay, to that, you're going to add your cheeses.
Yes.
So you sprinkle more cheese because we want to make it nice and gooey.
Lovely,
I mean, the more
gooey.
cheese, the better, right?
Absolutely. How long do we put this for it to come out looking this great?
So for this to come out like that, 25 to 30 minutes on a preheated oven.
Brilliant. You heard it here first, folks. Now SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. But just in case you missed any of the steps, you know we got you. Here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover. Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
It's all things fashion after the break as we chat to Papa and Hetty about their latest P&H boutique collection. See you after the break.
Express yourself. name is Nay Maps, and I was a contestant on season 8 of Tropical Island of Treasure. It was amazing.
I'm Sashi Naidu, and I was the winner of season 2 Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. I can honestly say that even if I hadn't won, it was one of the best experiences of my life.
If you'd like to win that 1 million rand, make sure you enter season 9 of Tropical Island of Treasure.
Let fame and fortune find you in Carousel Tropical Island of Treasure season 9.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on this Fashion Express Thursdays, as we're about to inject you with some of the latest trends. Now, Hetty Boachi Yadom was motivated to succeed because of the humble beginnings of her family's background. During her tertiary years, she met her partner, Papa Boachi Yadom, and together they created the fabulous P&H Boutique. Now, the boutique specializes in modern traditional wear, accessories that are uniquely handcrafted using wax print fabrics, beads and natural materials such as wood and brass. And this year they have been announced as part of the Mail and Guardian Top 200 Young South Africans in the past few weeks. Now, if you have any questions for Hetty and Papa, connect with us on our social media platforms and ask away. But just remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. First of all, I want to start off by congratulating you to what an incredible feat, Mail and Guardian Top 200 South Africans. I mean, absolutely representing the best way you know how. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having us. Yeah.
How does this monumental gift, I guess, because you've given us and we have to give back, how does it feel? I feel like there were over 6,000 nominees.
Yeah, so I think it was something quite interesting because for us, I didn't expect it to be so emotional. Because, you know, we don't work tirelessly to instill our values into our staff for accolades. I mean, we really don't read the volumes of books that we read so that we can be on a stage. So to have received such a recognition was just something so validation in terms of the steps and decisions that we actually made for our lives. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hetty, was it an out-of-body experience? Did you have to pinch yourself?
It absolutely was, and it really has validated our journey to date, you know, to receive that accolade and to even hear from our parents how proud they are of us. It was really a special moment in time.
Absolutely. You've both grown not only as a couple, but the brand on its own. You went from working epic room to owning 7 stores. How have you been able to say that this positive growth has led you so far?
So for us, we really believe in organic growth, staying true to our core values and really just taking our time with our growth. So in the past year and a half, for example, we hadn't opened any new stores. So we wanted to dig deeper into the core values of P&H Boutique. And now we're opening 2 new stores at Southgate and Westgate.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
And not only have you grown in terms of your store, but even in the range. You've now have a kiddies range for the little babas.
Yes.
No, I mean, that's something that we got directly in terms of feedback from our customers, where they wanted a one-stop place for the whole family to be able to shop for their traditional wear. We received numerous requests, especially during Heritage Month, where, you know, families needed for their children, where they were going to be going to school, and they needed traditional outfits to wear. And they were just so grateful that they could come through to P&H.
Absolutely. I definitely see myself visiting you during December. Everyone knows December is wedding season.
Exactly.
And everyone wants to match in the family, so we know our one-stop shop. Now, we've asked you on our socials if you've got any questions for Papa and Hetty. And we've got Elaine here on Facebook who commented, "This is nice, and I want to be just like you. I love fashion." Do you have anything to say to Elaine?
Well, you know, we need more fashion entrepreneurs in South Africa. We need a lot more people coming into business. And so my advice to young people is continue, get into the different industries that you want to get into. The sky is not the limit. And the ground is fertile now for new entrepreneurs to enter into the market.
Oh, and speaking about fertile ground, I feel like the Afternoon Express Loft is nothing better than an opportunity to cue our first model and show off your latest collection.
So this actually comes from our winter collection. So that is our hoodie. So we've got hoodies and sweaters. And that is our P&H couture bag that the model is holding. It's made out of kente fabric from West Africa. And I absolutely love it. It's for your casual days where you don't want to dress up too much, but you'd love to have a touch of African print.
This is stunning. I mean, I saw you rocking one of these bags in the makeup room, and I was like, I need it, and I need it now.
And it's nice and spacious. You can carry everything in there. I love it.
Everything and the kitchen sink.
Exactly.
But when we're not so casual and you want to dress up and look a little more zhuzh, we've got our second model here lined up.
Yes, so she is wearing our blue scuba dress, and the bleeded wallet that she's actually wearing is from our Basadi project, in which we actually empower women to retail their goods within our stores as well. So that is from our Basadi project. It's our Tusani beaded collection, and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
It looks so gorgeous, and it looks timeless. Speaking about longevity,
yes,
that is something that will never go out of style.
Exactly.
And congratulations to you for uplifting Abasadi and putting them on. We've got a couple here, twinning, winning.
Yes, absolutely. So we pride ourselves in having garments for the entire family, and also for the couples that would like to, you know, match together. This looks absolutely gorgeous. And this outfit is also paired with our Tusani beaded heels. And, you know, you get a complete outfit when you come to P&H Boutique.
From head to toe, it looks like you're sorted, and those shoes look so comfortable. Definitely grabbing a pair.
Yes. So this is our Basotho coat, particularly for the weather now when it's a little bit more chilly. You want to be nice and warmly dressed while still remaining stylish. And it also comes with the traditional spelete that we wore with our Basotho jackets. It's unisex, so for both men and for women, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my go-to favorites.
I mean, I feel like I definitely am not leaving here today without that, because it is cold in Cape Town.
Yes.
That cold front, and that is exactly exactly what's going to warm us. And thank you for the attention to detail. Ispeletu, I think, is timeless. And it brings back that nostalgic memories with ugogo, you know, in the rural areas.
Exactly.
So that's such a beautiful touch. Thank you so much for bringing fashion on this Fashion Express Thursdays. And girl, you're looking ever so...
Thank you. I had to represent, you know, how we do in the loft.
Lalela, I'm shook because this is not my favorite day for no reason. Thank you so much, Papa, and thank you so much, Hetty. We
Thanks for
really
having
appreciate
us.
it.
Appreciate it.
After the break, we bring you the music. Absolute beautiful music from Dr. Vusi. Remember to connect with us online if you've got any more questions for any of our guests. Otherwise, it's soulful music after the break. Stay right there. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Dr. Vusi Mahlasela, affectionately known as The Voice, is celebrated for his distinct, powerful voice and his poetic, optimistic lyrics. He has released 7 studio albums to date, and today we have the honor of witnessing him perform his song titled Fountain live in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Vusi Mahlasela.
Selfish feelings driven by the human nature, isolating the inner turmoil, the suffering, the humiliation, deprivation of the human rights. Namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu. Namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu madoda namhlela mangam namhlela yela madoda namhlela mangam madoda namhlela mangam madoda namhlela mangam namhlela mangam madoda namhlela fountain give us direction to the wells of love, to the wells of love, to the wells of life. Gone are those days when we used to plant the seeds of happiness, singing lullabies to children, telling these stories with no murderous endings. Isolating the inner turmoil, suffering, humiliation, deprivation of the human rights. Namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela fountain, give us direction to the wells of love, to the wells of love, to the wells of life. Gone are those days when we used to plant the seeds of happiness, singing lullabies to children, telling these stories with no murderous endings. Namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam, namhlela mangamu madoda, namhlela mangam.
Absolutely beautiful music. I mean, Thobile, what is your fondest memory listening to Dr. Vusi's music?
It's so amazing. The first time I ever heard his music, I was in Sweden on an island called Gotland, and I just fell in love with it.
Talk about taking South African music onto a global stage, listening to him for the very first time in Sweden. I mean, I think that's iconic enough. Thank you so much for coming through to Afternoon
Thank you,
Express
it's a pleasure.
and sharing wisdom. Now, tomorrow we meet some cast members of the Soapy 7 Delon who are currently on tour. Thank you so much for tuning in, making my day every day. Good night and God bless.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.